Hello, my name is Isabella Espen and I'm a BCM student. In this video, I'll be pitching my research topic of refugees and the media. First, let's define refugees. A refugee is a person who is forced to flee their home country to avoid and escape persecution, war, and violence. In most cases, refugees are being persecuted for race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or for being a member of a particular social group. Now that we have an understanding of who refugees are, let's talk about refugees in Australia. Let's have a look at the history of refugees in Australia. Australia first started to accept refugees after the Second World War, after the United Nations set up a special agency for refugees. Many countries around the world, including Australia, agreed to help this agency by giving money and aid to the United Nations Refugee Program. Australia also took in refugees and gave them a safe place to live. In 1970, Australia settled 55,000 Vietnamese people who were displaced because of the Vietnam War. In my research, I would like to examine the topic of refugees in the media in depth. I want to focus on the dehumanization of refugees, not only in Australia but possibly other countries. Australian political response has indicated that refugees do not generate compassion. An example of this has been shown in the documentary titled Inside Australia's famous Pacific Island Detention Centre. These journalists have been able to sneak into Nauru detention centres and have been able to see the conditions that the refugees have been living in. The journalist also interviewed the Federal Immigration Minister, Philip Ruddock, where he denied many accusations. I'll be linking this case to how refugees are being dehumanized by the government and media, which I'll be referring back to the journal article Visual Dehumanization. This article talks about how refugees are being framed as a plight and are not generating a political response. I'll also be using the article from the conversation Refugee Crisis, the immediate and lasting impact of powerful images. This article talks about how images can be so powerful that they can make a difference. This article also highlights the importance of using the media to spread the news about the dehumanization of refugees. Personally, I believe that the media can bring positive and negative outcomes for refugees, and I would like to study this in more depth.